Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today.
Hey everybody, looking at Apple on the daily and weekly time frame. So drawn here is what is a bull flag. It's a little drawn out in terms of the size of the flag relative to the move up of the pole, but you could adjust which time frame you're looking at. If we look at it on the weekly here in a minute, it's obviously much smaller, just two candlesticks of consolidation. But here the trend lines, I'm drawing here using the real bodies, so even though we're cutting through half of some of the candlesticks here, none of the candlesticks are closing below this uptrend line, and none of them are closing above the downtrend line. So you can see it's very clearly a parallel channel that we're finding ourselves in on the closes. Pretty impressive day for the bulls. They did close very strong, but we've rejected from the 10-day moving average resistance 2 days in a row. That level's in there, and it's at 113.32. But the bulls are building some support here. These two lows, we've got 111.55, a little double bottom, and then we've got 111.80, another little double bottom here. And we're looking at this most recent lower high, and that's at 114.64. So the bulls need to break the lower high pattern. They're already establishing a base. You can see it was lower highs and lower lows, but now we don't have that lower low. Now we have a higher low, and we're going to see if the bulls can build off that momentum and break to the upside. I do believe it's time to start paying serious attention to the bulls next week of Apple. The weekly, like I said, it's consolidating. This looks more like a little bit of a short-term flag. And you can see the one big candlestick with 2 weeks of consolidation on decreasing volume. And I was originally looking for a back test of this 100-week moving average support. But now that the bulls have established two little double bottoms, that has me leaning to the potential that we see a clear break for the bulls heading into next week. And if we don't close above this uptrend line, then we still stay patient and wait. And again, I don't like either direction inside this channel. I don't think the gains are that significant. I think time decay would be working against you if you're playing options. But I'm going to be looking for the bulls to show up next week. Let's look at the 5-minute chart today. There's some interesting big weakness first thing. Well, actually, we had some strength first thing and then some weakness. And we dropped all the way down. Bullish reversal candlestick confirmed. But on this bounce, look at the bear volume on the drop compared to the bull volume on the bounce. I didn't trust this bounce on the way up due to the lack of volume. But the bulls proved me wrong, and they stayed strong for the rest of the majority of the day on very low volume comparatively. So very interesting 20 minutes of really bullish action with no volume to back it up, but still holding up and closing the day strong. We did see an end of the day sell-off, and we saw a sell-off in the markets as well, but this sell-off for Apple took place before that occurred in the overall markets. So some profit taking, rejecting from the 10-day moving average resistance, and keep an eye on volume in this coming week. So if the bulls are really going to be looking strong, we're going to need to see some days with 160 million, 170 million plus shares traded. And I take that back. I was just looking at the weekly. We're going to need 35 to 40 million shares traded for the bulls and a close above this downtrend resistance line to be looking good to head back towards the 116 area. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for the likes and the shares. I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos this weekend. Hope you check them out.